Hello YouTube, today I'm gonna show you my Pokemons in Pokemon Go. So let's get started. First one I have, it's an Abra. I'm really not quite sure. I'm trying to evolve this one. I'm not quite sure what it evolves into. But I really would like to try to evolve this Abra over here, or an Abra. And I'm really close to it, as you can see. Candy's 24, and I'm supposed to be just 25 to be able to evolve one. Next up I have it a Charmander, and I kind of want to evolve this one too. I know it evolves into a Charizard, I believe. So yeah, I think I'll be planning to evolve. Okay, next up it's an Eevee. Yes, Eevee. I'm planning to evolve this one too at one point. I don't know what it evolves into. A lot of this I don't know what to evolve into. Next up I have Krabby. I don't know what this one evolves into. Next up I have a PG, which I haven't evolved yet. I don't even know, I have already a Pigeon and a Pidgeotto, or whatever it's called. Next up it's a Tangela. I don't know what this one evolves to. I think it's enough you can evolve this one. I don't know. It's the first time I see that one. Next up I have Gloom. This one that's the evolved thing of Oddish, or whatever it's called, Oddish. I think you can evolve it a second time too. Next up we have a Tauros. This one you can evolve only once, I believe. I don't even know where it evolves from. Don't ask me, I don't know how. Next up I have a Hypno. I just evolved this one actually last night from a Drowsy. And I'm really happy actually to have this one, because I've been wanting for a while to have a Hypno. Next up I have a Jinx. And this one's actually surprisingly really good, I think. I don't know, it's really good, yeah. Next up I have Nidoran, sorry. This one's really good. I actually have also an evolved one somewhere. Next up I have a Jigglypuff, which I haven't evolved any yet. Actually, one of them showed up just not long ago, and like I couldn't catch it because I got out of balls. Sucks. And then next up I have a Slowpoke. I'm not quite sure what this thing evolves into. Next up we have a Shellder. I have a Shellder. And this one's really nice too. Next up I have a Beedrill. And this one evolves from a Weedle, which evolves into a Cancuna, and then it evolves into a Beedrill. Next up I have a Cancuna. So yeah. Next up I have a Spearow. I actually also have a Fearow in here somewhere. Next up I have a Kabuto. I don't know what this one evolves to. This is my first one I had. Next up I have a Ghastly. I never evolved one before, so I don't know what it evolves to. Next up we have a Pidgeotto. I don't know what this one evolves to. Next up we have a Magikarp. I'm not quite sure what this one evolves into. Next up we have a Horsey. I'm not quite sure what this one evolves into. either. Next up we have a Sandshrew. I'm not quite sure what this one evolves into either. Next up we have a Seaclean or whatever it's called. Next up we have a Metapod. It's really nice. Next up we have a Nidorina, which is an evolved Nidoran. That's what that one evolves into. And then next up we have a Rattata. Yeah. The next one we have it's a Parasect, which is a, I think it evolves from a Paras or whatever it's called. Next up we have Raticate, which is an evolved Rattata. Then next up we have a Psyduck, which will evolve, which I have also an evolved one, which is a Golduck or whatever it's called. Next up we have a Meowth, which I haven't evolved one before. It's my first one over here. Next up we have a Rhyhorn, which I never evolved before. Next up we have a Goldeen. I never evolved a Goldeen before either, so I don't know what it is. Next up we have a Venonat. I don't know what it evolves into. Next up we have a Zubat. I don't know what this one evolves into either. Next up we have a Caterpie. I never evolved one either. Or actually I can try and evolve this one and see. We can find out. Let's just see what it evolves into. Oh, Metapod. And then I'm gonna just a minute, I'm gonna transfer this one to Professor. Okay. Then we have a Staryu. I never evolved one before. The next one we have Ecanes. And then next up we have a Dratini, which I never know what it evolves into. Next up it's an evolved Spearow, which is a Fearow. This is it, by the way. Then next up we have a Pidgeot. And then I have a Paras. Then next up we have a Bellsprout, which I never evolved in. The next up we have an evolved Psyduck, which is a Golduck. The next up we have Tentacool. Then we have a Cedra or whatever it's called. Then next up we have a Seal. I don't know what it evolves into either. Neither does Cedra. The next one it's Weepinbell. I don't know what it evolves into. Oh, from Bellsprout. Okay. The next up I have a Megamite or whatever it's called. Magnemite or whatever it's called. And then the last but not least I have a Pilowag. And that is it for what I have for the Pokemon that I have. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please comment and subscribe. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. Bye.